COD zombies in real life. This is a genre of video that you may be very familiar with, and you have probably watched the old V2 Rocket production videos of Call of Duty in real life, because to be fair, they were pretty amazing and still are pretty funny to watch to this day. Just seeing Nikolai hoard all the perks from the characters in this is just, yeah, it was just hilarious to watch back then anyway. The Zombies IRL videos were very popular, and it is the reason I'm making and actually talking about IRL zombies today. Actually, could you survive zombies? It's a question you probably have had before, or maybe have even been asked. Like, maybe could you survive a zombie apocalypse kind of question. And yeah, it's a question we're going to dive into today with one specific map from Zombies, Nacht Der Untoten. We're going to see how you would actually survive and what potential ideas could you actually do to kind of survive with all the zombies coming from literally every direction. So make sure to subscribe and let's get into it. So Nacht Der Untoten's map is legit just a two-story building, like a two-story abandoned building. So already survivability is already pretty tough. With its wasteland outside and zombies coming from God knows where you have them coming from, it really looks bleak to be able to actually survive. Not to mention you just crashed in a plane near Nacht. It already looks pretty tough. But there is a lot of stuff you can actually do to try and survive, such as the weapons, you've got the couches around the map you can move, and you know, in this hypothetical we are saying there is literally no rounds, so there's just a massive hordes of zombies, and to be honest, from what we know, there isn't actually an infinite amount of them in Nacht, so it would be a matter of time to just, you know, just survive as long as possible. And the mystery box can provide you with hundreds of different weapons, we already know that, so that would be a good way you could gear up. And with the Thompson and grenade wall buys, it would be very easy to get ammo and kind of survive in the building as long as you possibly wanted to. There's obviously exploding barrels and cars that explode in the map, so potentially people could blow them up, but obviously you don't want to cause damage to the building, so that's a whole nother case. And obviously, you know, blowing them up though would kill a lot of zombies. And there's a decent amount of stuff to work with, you know, in the building, as there is. Obviously, there's a lot of areas the zombies can come from, so this would be pretty difficult, but, you know, possible to survive. But I would say the best possible way of surviving this would be literally just not staying in the starting room. It's too small, like all of Nacht, and survivability is really low here. So you'd be better off just going out the map and trying to survive that way, maybe heading somewhere else with a more open area. But then arguably we have no clue what is actually outside of Nacht, so we aren't using transit in this, so it's literally just Nacht. So we can't really say you can go to power and not in transit, so although if you were in transit Nacht, you might as well give up. Maybe you could hide somewhere in the building, like under the stairs, or maybe clear out the sniper cabinet and hiding in there. And, well, this is a pretty good idea until you've realised that they can kind of smell you, and it would just most likely be, you know, you'd most likely be cooked immediately. But I still think the going outside idea is probably the best, because if you're completely surrounded, it'd be a whole lot easier doing that, and obviously with the ray gun, it will be very possible to just clear enough space to get there. And if we're doing this co-op with 4 players, like you do in the actual game, then this would be very possible. It'd just be up to the team to actually obviously work together and survive. And I'd say going upstairs to the window, you know, to the window upstairs and getting out there would be the best window and the best way of getting out of the building quickly, especially because going out from the spawn room would be an absolute death trap with all of the flipping stuff there as well, and accidentally blowing something up would kill everybody. That'd be a whole other situation. So that's why I'd say going upstairs would be a lot better, and actually can give you a better distance from the zombies as well coming to get you. And one last way of surviving Nacht would probably be trying to get onto the roof, hoping that the zombies can't really climb very well. And from what we know, they can climb, but you know, even if they can climb, just shoot them off of it. You know, you've got a very big, you know, time gap, I'd say, to be able to shoot them off. But I would say that Nacht under these circumstances is very survivable, and it would be very possible to survive in. It'd just be really blimmin' difficult, like all the other maps and, you know, theoreticals of zombie apocalypse. It'd be very difficult to survive, but it would be possible in Nacht with all of the stuff you've actually been given. So yeah, that's the video. What do you guys think of it? Let me know down below and tell me how you would survive at Nacht. And of course, subscribe to see the next video, and I will see you guys soon. Bye bye!